Hi there, Chevy owners. Today in your 2020 Chevrolet Colorado, we're going to be taking a look at and showing you how to install Blue Ox's Avail Tow Bar. Blue Ox's Avail Tow Bar is going to be rated for 10,000 pounds, and it's going to be more than enough to pull your Colorado with you. Our customer here has had this tow bar through multiple flat tows. We just got done setting up his Colorado to replace his previous vehicle, and he's reusing his tow bar. And it's really cool to see that this has been able to go through multiple generations of flat towing. It's a great tow bar with a 10,000 pound rating for any larger vehicles like a truck here. And it's got all the features that you would expect of a premium tow bar. It's a non-binding tow bar, so these levers here, when pressed down, they will release the arms when locked into place. And that's particularly useful when you're pulling up to a campsite and the ground's just not quite even between your vehicle and your motorhome. Releasing the pins to get your tow bar disconnected can really be a pain. By just pressing down and popping it loose, you get a little bit of slack in your arm, which makes it significantly easier to remove the pins. There are going to be self-aligning and self-locking arms on here, so once you hook up to your vehicle and you take off, the arms are automatically going to extend, lock into place, and track your vehicle right behind you. So once you hook up, there's really nothing you got to do except place your vehicle into flat tow and hit the road. The arms are protected with rubber boots that keeps out any moisture, so that way we don't have corrosion and other things getting in there causing our arms to bind up and not operate smoothly. At the end, we have Blue Ox's triple lug connection, which will connect to any Blue Ox base plate. We've got a Blue Ox base plate on our Colorado here, and you can see how it hooks directly to it, and it really looks great. If you don't have a Blue Ox base plate, maybe you have a Roadmaster or a Demco, we do have adapters available here at etrailer.com, so you can make your Avail work with those other manufacturers' base plates. In addition to the tow bar, you're also going to receive coily cables with it. And this is nice because you need a supplemental connection in addition to your tow bar when you're flat towing, and our base plates usually have places to hook those up on them. And on our motorhome side here, we have crossed the cables to ensure that we've got a cradle here underneath our tow bar in the event we have a catastrophic disconnect that will catch it and keep it from digging down into the pavement. So we're just going to bring the tow bar down and hook it up. We're going to go ahead and remove our pins, line up the arms with the arms in our base plate. We'll slide our pins in to lock it in place and then repeat that over here on the other side. We'll now hook up the rest of our components. Our safety cables will attach right to the links here on our base plate. And then we can hook the other ends to the safety cable attachment points on our hitch. We do want to make sure we cross it. Since we hooked this one to the passenger side on our Colorado, we're going to hook it to the driver's side here on our motorhome. And that's going to give us a cradle here underneath our hitch. So in the event we did have a catastrophic disconnect, the cradle would keep our components up off the ground so it wouldn't dig into the pavement. We're then just going to hook up our other one here, crossing it to the other side. Now, for your electrical connections, for your lighting and stuff, you want to make sure you get all that hooked up as well. And lastly, your braking system. Most of the time that just consists of a breakaway switch, but if you have air brakes with an Air Force One unit, you'll want to hook up your airline as well. And lastly, we've got our breakaway switch cable, which will hook to our hitch as well as to the breakaway switch. Now that we've got our flat tow completely hooked up here, we just need to place it into flat tow mode, and then we're ready to hit the road. There's 5 main components you'll need when flat towing your vehicle behind your motorhome. You'll need your base plate, which is the connection point for your tow bar. You'll need your tow bar, which is the connection between your motorhome and your vehicle. Your safety cables, which is a supplemental connection in addition to your tow bar. Your diode wiring, which takes all the lighting signals from your motorhome and transfers it to the light at the back of your vehicle, so people behind you know your intentions when going down the road. And your supplemental braking system, which will apply the brakes in your vehicle when you hit them in your motorhome to help you come to a safe stop. Some additional components you may need are a high-low adapter, and this is just to ensure that you have a level tow bar when towing, because if your tow bar is at an angle that's extreme, it can pull up or down on your suspension, which can wear out those components prematurely. Having it level is going to ensure that it pulls it straight, so we're not going to be putting any stress on those components. A high-low adapter here will help us ensure we get it to that level. So to help you determine if you need a high-low adapter, you'll want to measure from the ground to the center of the receiver on your motorhome, and you'll want it to be within 3 inches of the height of the base plate on your Colorado. We've got the base plate installed here, so we're just going to go ahead and take a quick measurement so you can have that idea, and it's right at about 22 inches to the center of the attachment point on our base plate. So you want to try to get this as close to 22 as possible. Again, the rule of thumb is about 3 inches. So if you're at 25 or 19 inches on your motorhome, you're fine without a high-low. If you're above or below that, you'll want to get one to adapt it to raise it up to the appropriate position. And the last thing you'll need for your Colorado is a battery disconnect switch, which will allow you to easily disconnect the battery and power up your braking system components while doing so. And that completes our installation of Blue Ox's Avail Tow Bar on our 2020 Chevrolet Colorado.